Welcome back to another episode of the Jurassic Thoughts podcast. We are at the end of March. It's getting down to the nitty gritty. Baseball is back. Is that a Jays hat on your head, or what are you wearing?
Definitely is a Jays hat.
Spring training too. Very nice. So we're both rocking Jays. It's good to have baseball back tonight. Yeah. Dan, how's it going, buddy? How are you?
Hey, no better than the next guy, right? So, how are you doing?
Pretty good, man. Baseball offseason was obviously 1 month shorter for us, so to me it didn't feel like that bad this year, which makes sense. Jays obviously don't play till Friday, but the Yanks and the Giants kick it off in San Fran tonight, so it's awesome having baseball back. But we still got our Raps to wrap up their season here. So we have 4 games to go over. Which we're starting March 18th on the Bulls. Raps win 139-109 in just an ass kicking. Where do you want to start on this one?
Gidler's worst game of the season. And I know you were not feeling good in fantasy after that. Well, Sam, in games like these where there are other teams trying to lose, I get more the insight's better when I'm looking at the other team than our team. Like, we know what we're gonna do. I don't know. Mamu played well.
Yeah, RJ with 23 on 9 of 15. Mamu 17 off the bench. Jacoby, who I think we should touch on because he's just in an unreal hot shooting streak right now. And then, the rest of the guys just sort of did the, let me just chip in here when I can. No one played over 28 minutes. The Bulls, I literally, my first note is Bulls might be the most pathetic team I've watched this year. After that Utah game the other night, now there's some competition. But Jesus, at least Utah, it's all these no-name guys. The Bulls still have the Gidler, Buzelis, Patty Will, the corpse of Dillingham, Colin Sachs. They still have names, and it's just you just beat them by 30 and put up 140 points. It's just ridiculous how bad Chicago is.
Yeah, no doubt. And just funny little point here. Rob Dill, little 15 points and 7 for 11. Is there a career turnaround?
Is there life for Rob
in Chicago? I don't know. It's almost like that
Jaden
trade.
Ivey getting worried.
It's almost like I would rather have Dill than Grady Dick. I don't know, just from those numbers, but whatever.
I'm not taking that bait.
No, yeah, dude, it was another great Jakob game too. I'll not much, which is insane.
20 minutes, 17 and 8 in 20 minutes. So there you go.
Yeah, that's pretty convincing stuff. As you mentioned, Jacoby continues his shooting hot streaks here. It's great to see. And Mogbo, 4 boards. That a boy, Johnny. Some life for Mogs.
Oh God, 1 of 2 from the line. Still out on Johnny.
Moog was 1 for 2. He was.
And -6 in his 6 minutes, Dan. Come on, off you go, Johnny. Off you go. Don't come back.
That's because Scotty was trying to holler at him while he's on the court, bro. He's distracted.
Yeah, man. Just getting to the rim at will. The Bulls kept yelling at each other every time we got a wide open layup because they're just atrocious. I thought the atmosphere was obviously dead because they suck, and it's just they've sucked and been in mediocrity for a while now. I actually have a prediction that the Bulls are going to jump into the top 3 this draft. I think Silver's going to make a call. I just think he wants the Chicago market back, and if the owner, Reinsdorf, is just content with these, they're tanking a bit more this year, but he's loved having 37 wins now for 4 straight years. So I think Silver's going to make a call, get them some life. And last little note I have, which I just thought was hilarious. So Grady checks in, and, he bricks a 3, as Grady loves to do. And Matty D goes, well, that's going to be a summertime thing for Grady, working on the 3. And I just started dying of laughter because, motherfucker, that's what we drafted you for, and that was your thing coming out of college. And now we're in year 3, and now it's no. Grady's got to get back in the lab in the summer to work on that 3-point jumper. So I just thought that was hilarious.
Well, there's only so much you can say when you watch these guys every single day in your commentary.
True.
So.
And you're up 30 against the Bulls, so
Yeah.
fair point. But just thought it was really funny. Really
Was it a
funny.
hard brick? I don't remember when he checked in. I think
I don't even remember. I knew it was off. I remember it was off, and then Matt says that about Summer
Matty,
Grady. So
anytime
just
like
really
a Raptors, well, I just noticed that every time a Raptors player has a a bad play and it's like visibly pretty atrocious, he'll always come in with like a subtle, encouraging but passive aggressive comment, like the one you just mentioned. Like, he'll dress that in the summer. Meanwhile, it's like that was fucked. That was a fucked shot.
In terms of overall game stats, I mean, Raps shot 57% from the field. Bulls were at 47. Raps were 42% from 3. Bulls were 29. Free throws were about even. It's just, the Bulls never had the lead in the game. The largest lead in the game was 38 for the Raps. So just a very boring, ass-kicking. One of those games you just want to get through healthy, collect the win, and just get out of there in one piece, because it's just, we've talked about the tanking stuff, but watching these games just like as fans is pretty pathetic, and we got the win, and I literally have nothing really else to say on the Bulls game.
Yeah. Wait, I'm just trying to remember. Give me 1 second. It was this game. Okay. So Shed took 0 shots this game. And I think I sent you a text earlier in the week, like, taking Shed has a total of, I think it's like 34 points or something in the whole month of March. And I wonder if Darko's like, just do everything but shoot. Like, do not have a single field goal attempt the whole game and just do you. And then he was like, he was plus 20 in 18 minutes without shooting a field goal, 5 dimes, and no turnovers. So it was interesting because Shed has been, I don't know, dude. Like, he's gone through a really hot start for us. There was even a time where I think his field goal was around mid-40s, I want to say. It never jumped past 44, but it was always kind of respectable at that point for the first 2 months. And now this past month has just been, at least offensively, a fucking atrocious for him. So I don't know if he mentally was like, I'm not going to shoot this game, and we'll see how it goes on the stat sheet, or if Darko's like, don't shoot, or just naturally he didn't shoot. I'm curious to see what happened there, because Shed's always good for a couple in transition unwarranted threes. So.
And then maybe coincidence, which we'll get into later, but the Raptors have welcomed in a former number 1 overall pick. That's also a point guard. So
can't shoot.
Wasn't too. We'll touch on that when we get to the Jazz game. I have some thoughts. Wasn't too impressed, but we'll touch on that when we get there. Do you have anything else on this shitty Bulls everything, or you want to move on?
No, I'll save it for. Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right. Next one, March 20th in Denver. Awesome game. Denver won 121 to 115. It was a strong effort with a classic fourth quarter choke. I know I told you I did think we showed a bit more fight, but actually looking at the fourth quarter total, we did get outscored by 15. So in a game you lose by 6, that's obviously not great. Where do you want to start with here? Because I got some pretty interesting thoughts on this one for sure. It was a really fun game to watch.
Yeah, this was a barn burner. So when you texted me that thing, like, we had some fight in the fourth, I didn't watch the game at that point in time. I think I was either working or studying when it was happening, and I looked at the box sheet and I'm like, well, we got outscored by, like you said, 15 in the fourth. How could that be? And then as I'm watching the game, I'm like, okay, our looks were actually decent. It's not like we had defensive collapses. Denver just hit shots. Jokic is that fucking guy, and there's only so much you can do. Don't get me wrong, we definitely did let them back into the game when there's things we could have done better to win the game, but it wasn't, like you said, a traditional collapse that we do in the fourth quarter. There was fight to this one. So, and we lost by 6, but it really came down to the last minute. So it wasn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it was super interesting early. Scotty started on Jokic, and the physicality in this game, to me, was the most physical I've seen Raps game this year. Him hit Scotty on Jokic and Pirtle on Jokic, the amount of just elbows and shoves and Holy shit, dude. Every time Denver was shooting a free throw, when Yak and Jokic were jockeying for position, just haymakers, like two 280-pound guys just like going at it. I know I told you I thought it was gonna get to the point where there'd be text and like a little bit of a skirmish. It actually never got to that. After the game, they all dabbed up like it was all like no like respect the compete level, which obviously I like. Like that's what you want, right? You want them going crazy and then take a step back at the end. But just super, super physical. I was really impressed with Yak in this game. Scotty, obviously, he's given up a ton of size on Jokic too, and he battled his ass off. But Yak was great, 23 and 11 on 10 of 14. Just continued to strong play. Scotty, 15, 8 and 8, didn't shoot it great, but 4 stocks. Bi, 19, RJ 18, Quick 15. Jacoby stayed off the bench, but we got no other bench production. It was just Jacoby. Murray for Denver just went off 31 on 10 of 18, and Jokic had 22, 8 and 9. And Tim Hardaway caught fucking fire and had 23 off the bench with 7 threes. So that's sort of the difference there, the bench production. Yeah, but man, I just thought there was some real fuck you from Jokic, just mauling Yak like as much as he could. There were a couple free throws he actually got the miss because he just like beat him to the spot. And just like, yeah, man, like back to your shed point, he had one singular possession late. He missed 3 shots in a row. He missed like a floater, got his board, missed the layup. We got it back, and then swing. It got back to him for, I think, a 3. Missed that too. So that was super tough. We got an Ingram 3 late, which was hype, and then we let Denver like leak out, and it was an open dunk. I forget who ran down, but we fell asleep after the 3 and gave up one late, which sucked.
AG, no.
But I will say, like, I think so, yeah. But yeah, I did think, while the fourth quarter number, like the stat doesn't look good, minus 15, I did think we did fight in this one. I didn't think we just sort of folded. And honestly, I think you could sort of tell with just the amount of physicality and how much of a give a shit it felt like. I mean, the broadcast kept going, oh, this is playoff atmosphere. And to be honest, it kind of felt like that a bit to me. So really fun one in Denver the other night.
Yeah, definitely a game respect game moment. And I think it was last spot we talked about this. I know, total 9 guys in the rotation. Jamo only played 6 minutes. It was really an 8-man rotation in this one. And then even then, Mamu only played 14 minutes. So really, Darko kept a short leash, and you can see. It makes me feel a little bit better for playoffs, knowing that we play a lot better when our starters are actually just getting most of the minutes. Not sure what it says about our bench. Like Jacoby, it seems like has officially solidified himself as the 6th man now. I think after this one, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
He's just been so incredible, dude. And again, in this one, just like another great performance.
You know what I was thinking about with Jacoby is like we had so much discussion of Ochai, Grady, Jacoby, like who's gonna emerge, who's gonna be the one, and it's cool that like we were sort of worried because all 3 of them sort of had their up and down moments this year, but it's so clearly far and away Jacoby. I mean, one guy's no longer on the team, the other guy's out of the rotation, and the other guy is just on fire like with his jump shooting right now. So it's really cool that he has taken that step and he has solidified him, like stamped himself as out of that little trio that he's the guy that is taking the minutes there. So really cool for him.
Yeah, no, good for him for taking advantage of the opportunity. And he's also the youngest out of, Agbaji's off the team now, but he's also the youngest out of like those 3 prior to the trade. So like that was cool. Like he's hungry, which is a good sign for a young player. Yeah, I don't know if you mentioned this. Jakob 5 offensive rebounds against the Joker, which is fucking huge, dude. He had another game, I think last or 2 weeks ago, where he had like 7 offensive boards. It was the one he had like 18 rebounds or something in. Just a fucking monster, dude. Like he's
Pistons, I think,
yeah, it was the Pistons. That's right. I forget how big he is and how much space he covers in the paint. Now
that his back, and I know he's been out, but now that he was healthy this game. Like you can see the mobility's back or was back. Now it's like a question again, but you can definitely see it. So
yeah,
definitely noticeable in this one.
Is he playing tonight?
It's questionable tonight. Questionable.
Okay. Yeah, fuck, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And then what was the last thing? Oh, Tim Hardaway, dude, I know he had a great game this game. He's been a sneaky. He might not even be considered, but he's been a sneaky 6-man for Denver this year. Like he has done exactly
You
what they
think?
wanted him to do. Oh my god, have you looked at his numbers?
Yeah.
Even like I've seen he's played so well in some big games. Sometimes they sub when Christian Brown was injured. He would close games. Man, he hasn't lost any rhythm from bouncing team to team in his career because he's always been a sniper. And I think he started in New York, went to Dallas, went back to New York, and then I think he was on
Atlanta.
Detroit.
He was in Atlanta at some point. Dude, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, but he's man like
Yeah,
guys like
Detroit
this
too.
don't they're there's a reason why they're in the league, and we can use exactly someone like this. 7 for 10 from downtown. It's massive numbers there. So yeah, man. I mean, it's like you said, it was playoff atmosphere, and we don't feel so bad about it, even though we blew such a big lead coming out of the third. Because this is a great Denver team, champions 2 years ago, and minimal changes to the starting roster. So that's all. It's more or less the same championship team, with maybe even some slight improvements. So it's definitely a fair effort, but I am a little bit sour because, especially thinking back to the other Denver game in the beginning of the year when they didn't have, I think they didn't have Jokic and they didn't have. Was Jamal out
I
too?
don't think
or
they had Jamal.
They had Jamal, yeah.
Now I think they
I
had
remember
Jamal
that
and they
was
didn't
so
have like
injured.
Gordon, but
Yeah,
they were missing
they didn't
pieces.
have AG
Yeah.
or Cam. Like it was such an injured
Peyton
little
Watson
Denver
went
team.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's out now. Yeah, so no, it's nice. It's nice to, yeah. I guess a fully healthy team. We still play well, but fuck man, we could have got one against Denver. So whatever.
And it makes it even worse with the Phoenix game right after this too. But before we get to that,
shit.
I just want to say like Bruce Brown after a jumper would like mug on our bench and like talk shit. It's just like Bruce, it's over. Like let's move on. Like you said that shit before the season. I don't know why you're still talking shit. Like it's fine, dude. Like it's not. We get it. You didn't want to go to Toronto. We weren't a good team. Okay, let's just. I don't get why you're still mad. Let's just fucking move on. It's not that big of a deal anymore.
He's also not good. So, sorry, Bruce. Like, no, seriously, he play like is he what seventh man at best on this Denver team? When Peyton's healthy, he's
Well, probably
definitely
later
not
with Peyton
good.
Watson. Yeah, so like
Yeah,
8.
when-
Yeah.
JV when he wants to play, maybe 9. Like Bruce, it's over for you, pal. You're fucking
Yeah,
done.
and it's just funny on the broadcast. Like he'd hit a jumper, and then they wouldn't show him, but Devlin would just be like, "And now Brown with words for Darko," and it's just like, oh my god,
You're
dude,
kidding
like,
me, he's getting
Bruce
in Darko's
Brown,
face.
man. Yeah, dude. Well, that's what Devlin said. They didn't show it, but that's what Matty D was saying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. Just like chill out, Bruce. It's okay, man. Like you're on Denver. It's whatever. In terms of game stats for this one, both teams shot really well. 54% from Denver, 51 for Toronto. Denver shot the 3 a lot better. The Tim Hardaway stats make sense. 47% from Denver, 32% from the Raps. Free throws were about even. Honestly, man, most of the stats are pretty even with this game. To me, it just comes down to the bench production, and Denver got like 12, and they got 35 points from their bench, and we really just got Jacoby's 14 or whatever he had. So that's really the thing that sticks out for me in this one.
They also did shoot 15% better from 3. I don't know if you mentioned that.
Yeah. No, I went over the threes,
okay.
which is 100% a factor. But when I'm saying, like, to me, that's like Tim Hardaway a lot, and he's still off the bench for them. So,
yeah.
So I think it's really the bench production in this one is what sunk us.
And probably for the first time all season, BI is the only Raptor to be positive in this game, which is funny.
Yeah, he did his cute little 19, like whatever, man. That's whatever. It's fine. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have anything else in this Denver one or no?
No, I'm good to move on.
Yeah, me too. I mean, the next one, well, I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it. But March 22nd, so 2 days after this one, Raps continued their road trip down into the Valley of the Sun, into Phoenix. Phoenix kicked our fucking ass, 120-98. That score is actually closer than what it was. None of the Suns starters played in the fourth, I don't think. And that's with the Raps outscoring the Suns by 6 in the fourth. So just an absolute ass kicking, and really didn't feel like any of the Raps wanted to play that one. So where do you want to start?
Truthfully, I watched the first half of this game, and I just knew it wasn't worth watching the second. So I can only speak to the first half. Right off the rip, dude, I think Phoenix went up 8-0 in like 2 minutes, and we just
Hmm.
looked cold as ice to start the game. They were pretty banged up too. Like they had Jalen, they had
Oh
Debo,
yeah,
Brooks
no
was out,
Dylan,
Royce was out, yeah, no, and then Mark Will was
Grayson
out. So
Al,
three
Mark
starters and
Will.
Grayson out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we still got our shit kicked. And Debo played well, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like he had that vintage takeover
That was
Debo
in three
game. Like he
quarters
just
though. That was in three quarters
that's
though, dude.
that's true. Yeah. Well, that. But even just like the
Yeah.
way he came out to start, it wasn't like he was looking to score. It's like, oh, I'm open three. Okay, you guys are fucking stupid. Jalen Green had his fair share of touches. Even Gillespie. Dude, and I think I mentioned this to you already, Stiller. I'm listening to the Suns broadcast because I think it was just a more crisper stream, and they are such fucking apologists, dude. It is unbelievable. I was
Hmm.
telling you, like, there was like every call that went the Raptor against the Raptors' way, they'd be like, well, there's one the Suns want back, or whatever, just shooting shit against the refs. Like, it just thought it was ridiculous.
Right.
I also think that and this is a running joke between you and I, but Igordio or whatever, or Godaro, he's not even a G League player, and we let
So
him.
yeah.
So yeah, that guy's not even a G League player, and he actually played okay. So that's pretty
I
pathetic.
won't talk shit about him because last pod I did, and I said I wasn't gonna pick him up in fantasy, and then I did, and he was actually useful for me last week. So
Because what, he's playing
also,
5 games and he averages a block a game.
I mean, he had 3 in this one.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, man. Like, let me read some of these stat lines quickly.
Yeah.
11 points, 4 of 9. Okay. RJ, 13 points, 5 of 8. BI, 6 points, 3 of 10. Scotty, 17, 5 and 6 on 8 of 9. Like, good, but nowhere near good enough. And then Pirtle must have tweaked something in this one again because he played 60 minutes, had 0 points, 2 blocks. Yeah. And then he was out obviously the next day. He's still not playing the back-to-backs, but like Jacoby again, 3 for 3 from 3, 5 of 7 with 13 points off the bench. But it was just an ass kicking. Shed got a tech because you were just getting punked early. To your point about the Suns starting off 8-0, the commercial comes back and it's like Alvin's keys to the game, and the first key is like jump on them early, and he's like, well, obviously this one's not gonna happen. So I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, and I know I said that to you off air, but Ryan Dunn was super impressive to me in this one. Just 8 BI's lunch, just playing with force, him and Fleming. And that's with like teams like Phoenix when you've been over the tax and you have an expensive team. I know they're under it now without KD and without Beal, but when I know Dunn was like I think he was a first rounder, but Fleming,
Yeah.
I don't know if he was, and both of them played really, I thought, effective minutes this game. So just like not surprising that the Suns have had a decently successful year because they've actually found some finds for their bench. And yeah, I thought Dunn was super eye-opening to me in this one and really just took it to BI on the defensive end.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you remember, but last year Dunn was actually starting on that dismantled Suns team when it was almost done. But like they were really high on him coming into this year, and I think he's honestly underperformed a little bit from what I remember he was doing last year. But I think he will be a pretty fine player in the league for years to come.
It's tough. I'd also say it's tough for him, like just on the Phoenix team, because you have Book, Jalen Green, and Brooks.
Yeah.
So I guess you could bump Book up to like the 1, but Gillespie's been so good and I'd even say Gillespie, who's also like a scrap heap find, who's been really good.
Definitely.
But it seems like Dunn sort of just to the bench right now, just of what they have. And honestly, I'm not going to say I've seen a lot of Ryan Dunn because I'm only really watching Raps games this year. But if he's been playing like he did against us, like a super fun player, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know if you remember, Gillespie actually got his start on the Nuggets.
Denver,
back
right?
when,
Yeah.
3 seasons ago. Yeah. So this was a massive because, dude, he's pretty much like the starting version of TJ McConnell is kind of how I look at him. And he's efficient. He can shoot
Why,
threes,
white point
he's a
guard?
distributor. Well, he does all the same things. And it's not like, like whatever is to say. He's a quality player, dude. I think every team would love to have a guy like this either starting for them or off the bench. And it's also just we have, because the games, it was a blowout, there's not a whole lot to talk about, but it's so interesting to see how the Suns were 2 years ago. I think if you surveyed, all 30 GMs in the league, what's the last team you want to inherit? It's probably the Suns 2 years ago, or when that KD debacle was going down. Like when they made that trade, it was underwhelming too. For the return for KD was Jalen Green, D Brooks, and I think a shitty pick. Is that what it was? Or
Malawatch turned
yeah,
into
the 10th
Malawatch.
overall.
It's
Yeah.
the 10th pick.
So
Yeah.
and then a very raw center. And now they've really turned it around. They're not going to be a top six in the West, but they were hovering for quite some time, and they'll probably. I think they're still three up on the Clippers for seven, so they should make the playoffs.
Oh, if they play the Spurs, like Brooks will dive at Wemby's knee or something. Like he'll do some shit with Wemby. You can
Yeah,
guarantee that. You can
I really
guarantee
hope
that
it
will happen.
doesn't. I really hope he doesn't because I think a lot of people have developed a lot of respect for Brooks. Especially this year.
Okay,
Um,
maybe I won't say dive at his knee. Maybe I'll just say we'll get in, do some bullshit. Like we'll just talk and talk,
yeah.
and
Oh,
you
he's
know
gonna
it'll
talk
get
out of his
going for
ass.
sure. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, no, they're going to be an exciting team. And honestly, this core is paid. I think everyone's under contract for minimum this year and next
Hmm.
year, to my knowledge. Of course, the picks are still not. They don't think they have them for the
No, they
next
don't.
what
Brooklyn has
two,
them,
3 years. Yeah, yeah.
or
Is it
the
two?
Rockets do, whatever, because they swapped them. So yeah,
I think Brooklyn took the Rockets picks when Brooklyn did, or Brooklyn took the
yeah,
Suns
they did
picks when
this
they
picks for
swapped for
picks.
their
Yeah,
for their picks.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Not much else to comment on. The Suns team's interesting, and if like they are one of my favorite team, one of my more liked teams in the West.
They're a fun story,
I do
man.
want to,
They're a fun
yeah,
story.
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. It looks like their coach, they hit on their coach too. So
yeah.
yeah, like if you
He's
asked
young,
Ishbia, like
very young,
I feel like this is like an A season coming into it. You didn't really have
for
any
sure.
expectations. You're coming off that disaster KD, Beal, Booker teams, and now you're not paying $1 billion to be shit. I think they're still in the tax, but it's not like crazy in the tax. And you're a fun play-in team that could be a spicy first round exit. You got some grit. Brooks is a culture changer. I mean, you can't question that anymore. Like Draymond, like the dynasty does not start when you leave in Memphis, buddy. Like that's when the dynasty fucking ended in Memphis. And Houston's not been fucking amazing without him either. Like they've been okay, but I feel like you
No,
would
they've
look
been
at Houston
underwhelming.
thinking they might have a little underwhelming, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, man, I think Brooks for a team like this who's sort of hovering is like just a great culture changer and has been awesome for them. And as a Canadian, like when he suits up for the Olympics, like yeah, I'm gonna like Brooks. I know part of his game is doing shit, and I like when he pisses off LeBron and Draymond. That's hilarious to me. But yeah, man, at Phoenix, they're in a decent spot. Like coming into the year, you're like, oh my god, Phoenix is absolutely fucked, and now they can actually be like, well, we look okay, which I think's fine. I think that's good.
I wonder if they're gonna
In terms of
what that
yeah, go on.
yeah. No, I wonder what they're gonna do in the offseason. If they're gonna be like, well, we'll stay where we're at until we get some picks back, or are we gonna make a move to become? There's only so much they can do. I think with this roster, their hands are pretty much tied. I think it's kind of the best of both worlds where they can still develop some young guys like Dunn, like Fleming, even possibly up Maliwatch, and actually have them play impactful minutes. But I guess we'll see. I don't think they're gonna be trading picks anytime soon, which is frustrating because when the whole KD trade, sorry, I keep talking about the Suns, but I just find it so interesting. When the key KD trade happened, it's like you and I both said that's not going to work. That's just not going to work. And like the way you build dynasties isn't by trading 17 picks and then getting a fucking 33-year-old who's had issues with pretty much everywhere he's gone. It's building it from the ground up, which they literally had with CP. And you lost. You had an unfortunate playoffs. You lost in the finals, and then you just completely scrapped it for no reason. It didn't make any. Honestly, it didn't make sense to me, and it makes even less sense to me at the time now. So it's unfortunate because this team, if they didn't make that trade, would be in a much prettier position, and they had it.
Well, I
To be
mean,
honest,
before they went to the finals with Book CP.
they were
That
gonna
was a
win. They're
very
up
fun
2-0.
team. That
They're
Phoenix
up
team.
2-0.
I
Yeah.
know, man. That's when Chris Paul got addicted to the finals, dude. Like that was sick.
That's right.
Yeah, and just like the last little note I had was just like a turnover off the inbound. It felt like Ryan Dunn and Fleming energy level was like 180, and ours collectively was like 20. Like it was just like not
When
even
was
a
this,
fair
right?
fight
What
with the
time?
energy level. I don't know, dude. Probably the second half, some bullshit. Like it's just so embarrassing to
Yeah.
play, and
I agree.
and then you just hear Devon and timeout Darko, and it's like, oh great. Okay, why am I watching this? I think I texted you. Just watch the Suns game. Why'd I do that to myself? In terms of overall stats, we actually shot 49% from the field, so that's better than I thought. Phoenix was 52%. We were 32% from three. Phoenix was 45, and they actually shot double the. They made double the amount of threes that we did. And actually, we had 12 more free throws than Phoenix. So these are all stats like, wait, how did we lose? How did we get our ass kicked? And then you sort of dive in. Phoenix doubled our offensive rebounds. They doubled our second chance points. We never led. Phoenix led. The largest lead was 31. They really just controlled the game. I think some of those stats came back to earth in the fourth when we outscored them by 6. But this game was over pretty much at half, and it just continued in the third quarter. And then it was like, oh, we play Utah tomorrow. Let's just get out of here and with our tail between our legs and move on. Do you have anything else from the Phoenix game or no?
I think I texted you this. Like, the best scorers on good teams cannot have a game like BI had against Phoenix, dude. This was an
You did text me this,
all-time
yeah.
bad game. Like, and watching them in the first half, dude, nothing was falling. Nothing. And they weren't good shots either. Like, he was putting it up. Maybe 1-3 was open, and it's like, okay, I'm okay with you taking that and missing it is fine. But everything else was just so forced. He had no rhythm to his game. I don't know, man. Like, I get, players have off games, but this was like you can't be the best player on a competitive team and drop 6 points, 3 for 10. I just thought he was atrocious. Minus 29. I thought he was atrocious in this one. Like it was his worst game all year. It's got to be up there, if not.
It's up there.
Horrible.
As a team, it's up there too.
Yeah, but
Know what I should have done?
Was awful. Yeah.
I should have made a list of games we said felt like the worst game of the year, because I feel like we've said that like 8 to 10 times. So I'd love to go back and like
3 off the dome
rank
if
them.
you want. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them are Celtics, Knicks, the Pels. This one.
Well, the Pels, the Nets one was a fucking just.
Oh, the
backbreaker.
Nets. Yeah.
Yeah. The Wizards one, that was the backbreaker too.
No, I don't even count the Wizards one because they actually
was
shot the
a blowout.
shit out of the ball that night.
Yeah, but you
No,
still,
it was.
I know.
For sure. Obviously, yes, but anyway.
Okay.
You get to move on to the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Raps bounced back a bit the next night, as teams are like to do against the corpse of the Utah Jazz franchise. The Raps won 143 to 127. Before you start, I'm going to read the Jazz starting lineup to you. Bez Mabeng, Elijah Harkless, our guy Johnny Conch. Shout out to John's uncle. Dan and our buddy Sam know him well.
Not bloody uncle.
Dan's boy Ace Bailey, and Kyle the groomer Filipowski. So just an all-time starting five. The groomie. Excuse me, Dan. Thank you for that correction. That's very vital. So just an all-time Jazz thing of like, you're not a true fan if you don't remember this starting lineup. Mamu started for Yak, who was out. Shed was in for IQ, who's doubtful for tonight, IQ. And then Jacoby was in for BI, who I think had a hand thing. CMB was back, so it was great to see him in this one. And the debut of Markelle Fultz, who we signed in the G League. The G League actually played the Salt Lake team that morning, so he played that morning and then just stuck around. Where do you want to start with this one? I really only have one other note, and it's like a funny one. It has nothing to do with the game, so where do you want to start?
I'll start by saying, fuck you, Ace. You couldn't have done this the first week of fantasy. You wait till the last week or second last week of the season to drop 37, you piece of fuck. So
Did he have 37? Oh my god, he did, dude.
I needed to get that off my chest. And that's all I needed to say. I'll let you take the reins after that. Costumey VJ.
Yeah, so I didn't even realize Ace had 37 until I just checked right now. That's hilarious. Yeah, man. Like, Shed, like you said, focusing on passing more, 14 assists from him. RJ had 27 points in 24 minutes. Jacoby, 21 points. He had 6 threes. I think it was his career high. It was either his career high or tied his career high. So, again, kept shooting the shit out of the ball. Scotty, 27 and 10. Right? Had to, yes.
Career
and then Mamu, 23 in the starting lineup as well with 6 stocks, 5 steals. Grady had 13 points off the bench. A little light from him. But, again, if you can't put up 13 points against the Jazz, probably shouldn't be in the league. JMO Battle at 17, sort of the same thing. CMB played 17 minutes, 9 points. I thought his defense was, dude, he had 6 stocks, so his defense looked to pick up right where it left off.
17 minutes.
Fultz, yeah. Fultz played 15, 5 assists, 1 of 5 from the field. Some pretty sloppy turnovers too, which was that was pretty glaring to me in terms of like, I want to like you, Markel, but some of these passes are just dumb as fuck. Yeah, the only note I have is just it fucking killed me. So the Jazz had this backup center named Shibwe, and it's like in the first quarter, and he gets an and one, and Devlin just goes like, and Shibwe with the bucket, and I just start dying. I'm like, what am I watching right now? Like, what team am I watching where Shibwe is getting like an what's his first name? I gotta know. Oscar. Yeah, and he was wearing like goggles too, dude. Oh my god, it was pretty funny. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, man, I mean, like I said, I thought the Bulls might be the most pathetic thing I've seen, and they still are because they actually have players who played, whereas the Jazz are like, who is this? But yeah, just a get-right game, and it's kind of fun when some of your regulars sit out. You can sort of get more opportunity for some of your other guys, and it was awesome. Shed's 14 assists, Jacoby and Mamu both with over 21 points, or 21 or over points. So yeah, man, just a good get-right game, but same thing, try and get out of there injury-free. Obviously, the 3 guys who sat out didn't get hurt in this game. They got downgraded during the day, and no one who played got really hurt. So good things all around. I really don't have much else big picture stuff to say on this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Similar to what you said, I'm excited that CMB's back now. That's super hype, man. Like,
me too.
We could have used him because honestly, dude, Trace, I know limited playing time, we had small sample size, we haven't seen a whole lot. I'm not high on him at all. I don't think he's gonna be
neither is the team. Darko, he is like the last guy Darko puts in. Like he puts in everyone. Somehow Mobo's in every time before Trace. I don't understand it.
Trace reminds me of Slow-Mo, but even slower because he's a big, and he can't really do anything else. He doesn't really shoot threes. He's not a great rebounder. Like, I understand the move was to get under the cap, and thank God we did it, but fuck, dude, this guy does nothing. I don't know. Is he a good
what was
blocker
hilarious,
guy?
too?
Yeah.
Is in the fourth, the Jazz went on a 16-0 run, so Darko had to put Shed back in for fucking Markel.
Are you serious?
Oh my god, dude. 16-0 Jazz run. The Jazz outscored us by 13 in the fourth, man. Just hilarious.
Yeah. Also, Marco was minus 15 in 16 minutes. And
it was rough. It was rough.
Trace was minus 15 in 7 minutes, so he wasn't even the worst guy on the team.
Dude, it's the 16-0 run, man. I'm telling you, that's when it happened. I want to like Markel. He has all the tools that still made him the first overall pick. He's huge for a point guard. He's lanky. He's quick. His wingspan looks defensively like he could be really nice. But again, he was drafted 10 years ago, right? So, and he's been out of the league, and you can kind of tell why with 2017, dude. His first overall pick.
Holy shit! Because it was Tatum's class, right?
Lonzo Tatum. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So I'm not gonna put in the title like we did with Mo Bamba because that sort of was like, why'd we even put him in and waste time talking about him because he was gone like the next day. But yeah, like it was cool seeing a number 1 overall pick, and it wasn't great. You can see the potential. It's been 10 years. He hasn't been able to unlock it. So, yeah, man. I'm not too expecting too much from Fultz the rest of the way.
No, he's 5 years away from being 10 years away. Don't worry, he's coming up.
In terms of overall game, do you want me to just do game stuff quick?
Yeah, just 1 sec. Is it a 10-day contract or is this with Markel?
Yes, 10-day. 10-day. Yeah.
Okay, it's too bad. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall game stats. Guess what the Raps, if you're not looking, guess what they shot from the field.
God. It's got to be above 50, I would hope. Sure, even despite the fourth quarter.
61.4%.
It's probably the highest we shot all season.
So just an awesome Jazz defense in this one. Jazz shot 47%. Raps shot 54% from 3, made 20. Jazz shot 36. The Jazz actually had 15 more free throws, so that was another thing why this watch was so annoying. Is like every other play, it felt like we were sending the Jazz to the line. Ace had 8, Johnny Conch had 8, Harkless had 8. Like just like Shibwe, my guy, had 6. Like we were just sending them to the line every possession. And we actually shot 15 of 28 from the line, so we were terrible from the free throw line this game. But we had 24 more assists than the Jazz. We had 14 more points in the paint. And our largest lead was 35. It was just, a classic game against the tanking Jazz. And I know you hate the Jazz. It's like your least favorite tanking team. So at least a little bit of you is happy with that one.
Yeah, well, and here's another thing too, Sam. How many of these guys are actually rotation guys next year? Maybe 2? Maybe
Great
3?
question. Ace?
And Ace is barely, next year, I reckon, Ace is barely a rotation guy. Barely.
No, he was number 5 overall, dude. He just put up 37. You can't say that.
He barely cracked, when everyone was healthy at the beginning of the year, he was not starting. He did not start for most of the year.
Yeah, but I'd say, I mean...
Easy to start in a lineup with Oscar
obviously, but you're the one who just said Ace. Why didn't you do it in the first week? Because he's obviously improved. He played really well against us. He was really good.
Yeah, he's going to be in the rotation, but I'm just saying, like, he's not even like going to be a primary rotation. I don't think he's going to start.
I was about to say, I don't know if he'll start either because they're already big if they put Laurie at the 3. If they put Ace at the 2 with Keontae,
no.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
Put Sensabaugh
yeah.
or something.
I was about to say, and Sensabaugh's the other one. Like, Filipowski's fine for, like, a third-string big. And, like, Johnny Conch has had a long career. If they want to keep him, maybe. But, yeah. Mabeng and Kennedy Chandler, that little backup point guard running around. He actually had 13 and 9, so he did some stuff. But, yeah, man.
Dude,
great point. But, yeah.
Kennedy Chen has been on Memphis. Like, they've been hiding him in their G League. And then now this guy gets to start in Utah when Utah's like, yeah, we'll take all G League players from other team. It's a fucking joke, this team. I fucking hate Utah.
Do you have anything else, or you want to preview?
Let's preview it.
All right, like me and Dan said, we're getting down to like me and Dan, we had a little off-air talk. Our goal, like, we just do not want to be in the play-in. If Atlanta's really hot, if they pass us and get the 5 seed, it's annoying. But like, if we're the 6, I'm not too mad about it. We don't want to be in the play-in, so we got some really big stuff coming up. Starting tonight, we're in LA against the Clips. It's the last game of the road trip. The Clips are 36-36, 11th in offense, 19th in D, 16th in net. Kawhi is questionable for tonight. I should mention, too, we are currently the 5th seed at 40-31, 16th in offense, 7th in D, 12th in net rating. IQ is doubtful for tonight, where Yak and B are questionable. I'd expect BI back. Yak, I don't know. And then on Friday, they're back. The Pels are in Toronto. So you got the Jays hosting the Athletics, unveiling their AL pennant. Sid Sixero, just shut the fuck up. Did you see what he said about that? He was like, are the Jays really going to put up an ALCS banner? It's like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, the pennant has always been a thing in baseball. The Giants have the pennant. The Giants have the pennant. Like, it's always been a cool thing. No one is saying it's the World Series banner, you fuckwad. It's just a pennant is a big deal. So shut the fuck up and go. Like, honestly, I'm so whatever.
So
this is what he wants, though. He wants like. He wants real fans to actually get annoyed by it, so they comment on his thing, and that's what he wants. Anyway, the Pels are back on Friday. Yeah. 25-48. They're 20th in offense, 24th in D, 21st in net. DeJounte and Trey Murph are questionable. DeJounte, you better play. Don't run from the grind, my man. You better be suiting up in Toronto on Friday. And then big one, even though they're shitting the bed right now. On Sunday, Orlando's in town, 38 and 34, 15th in offense, 15th in D, 17th in net. Anthony Black and Franz should be out from what I was looking at, and Suggs is questionable. The Magic are really sucking right now. I think they've lost like 5 in a row. And they're actually tied with Charlotte. So it's getting nitty gritty, man. It's getting to a fun time of year where all these games are huge. And they start tonight with the regardless if Kawhi's playing, that's going to be a tough one on the road. If Kawhi's playing, it's going to be a really tough one. But this is it. Like, this is why me and Dan have done this for the whole year, is to try and, obviously that's more so playoffs, but for a team that's not like locked into the top 3 or 4, this is sort of the time where it's really important. So big games coming up, and I'll go beat Pels, beat Magic, lose tonight. That's what I'll say.
I want to sweep it.
Wow.
We're gonna win it.
Okay.
Dude, Orlando has been.
Is that contingent?
Yeah.
Also, Atlanta is up 73-55 on Detroit at halftime right now. So if we lose tonight and that score holds, like, Atlanta jumps us. So
yeah,
interesting, but big ones.
Sorry, and so can you just clarify the standings for me, right as it stands right now? So Charlotte is tied with Miami and Orlando. Is that right?
Charlotte is tied with Orlando and Miami. The Sixers are 1 game above them in 7.
Oh shit!
The Hawks are 1 game above the Sixers, and we're a half a game above the Hawks. So yeah, really tight, really bunched up.
Yeah, we definitely need one. We need this one tonight for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you have anything else, Dan, or you want to get out of here?
No, I'm ready to rack it up.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. If you're a baseball fan, enjoy. It's a great time of year, opening days. I'm going to go put on the Yankees-Giants game as soon as we get out of here. Big stretch for the Raps. Me and Dan should be back after the Sunday game against Orlando. But if nothing else, Dan, take us out, buddy.
Thanks for listening, guys. Hopefully see you in the next one. Over and out.
Over and out.